So it's 11:20 and we are just starting off the Skyline. So is everybody looking up, trying to figure out how's this going to work? We're actually going to be heading off this way here. And so I guess we'll see you up the trail. Here we're just about 2K in and we've got this Lorraine Lake. And it's all right. There was a puddle earlier that we thought was the lake, but it was really just a puddle. So
not we, you.
I, not we, I. So anyways, guess we'll see. So the walk into Mona Lake, 200 meters off, I guess. Just kind of looks like this, and this is boreal forest in all its rootiness and rockiness. Sometimes these videos are nice because right now I can't actually look at the forest. Maybe I can look at the video later on, but I got to keep my eyes on not twisting an ankle or something. So anyways, we'll see you at the lake here momentarily. Welcome to Mona Lake. Some photo ops happening right now, but this is a nice rocky mountain lake, nice color, and you know, not a lot of wind in here, so it looks just very beautiful. Probably about 1.5 kilometers before Evelyn Creek, and starting to rain, so on goes the dry bag and the dry jacket. Everybody's suiting up for the water.
Here we are, 5K in, first day of our Skyline hike. We're just at a creek, not quite sure the name of it. Beautiful. Good rapids, and it goes down that way, waterfalls. We're just pulling into Evelyn Lake Campground, which is 5.3K in. Maybe it's called Evelyn Creek. And we're gonna have lunch. Here we are, Evelyn Lake campsite. We're just stopping here for lunch. Picnic tables here, campsite's up there. A little bit muddy on the way here, but not bad. We're 5.3K in. Bear lockers, tour guide right there. And there's the old system for hanging bear bags. And the creek's down that way.
So 1:23, done lunch, warmed up, cooled off. We laughed, we cried. Time to hit the trail.
Just a little pit stop along the way. Spectacular view. Bald Hill, apparently, right there. And a whole bunch of other places I don't know. But quite a nice view. Some glaciers, some wild animals here. Right there's one. There's another one.
So 3 hours in, it's about 2:40, and we're here just ending our rest at Little Shovel Campground. And it's getting a little chilly now, so we're starting to put on some layers and thinking about it's going to be chilly walk into the pass. We'll see how it goes.
Here we are hiking Little Shovel Pass. We're in a meadow surrounded by mountains. Gorgeous view. Looks like it's definitely rained here. It's quite spectacular. And there's the two intrepid hikers. We're going up that hill up there.
So there's a marmot. That's your big boy. We should put a ruler beside him so you could gain the scale, but yeah, he's a snuggly one for sure. Look at that. Anyways, we are at the pass itself. As you can see here, 2240 meters above sea level, and then the campground is 2.1 clicks. So it is what, 3:30. So good to go. Just dropping down into the snow bowl. That's always a fun exercise. Have this little bit of a stream here that we'll follow for a little bit, and then down over there we'll have to cross it. 10 to 5 and the tent is set up where I am. Jim and Amy kind of worked their way up there. I've got a couple things hanging just to kind of see if I can get a little moisture off of them, but not real hopeful as it still drizzles here and there. But anyways, a little bit of a hike for me to get from my spot up to the main camp, but good news is the bathroom's right there. Jim and Amy are up that way, and the main camp is that way. It's just a little bit before 7, and we've decided that it's cold and drizzly, so everybody's kind of retreated to their tents. So you can see here I've got everything in. Food's in the food locker, which is way back near the picnic tables, and I guess we hang out, and then when it's time to sleep, we sleep and hope stay warm in our nice comfy sleeping bags. Video time, everybody put your morning faces on. It's 8:15 and the sun seems like it's come out and visited us for a little bit, at least this morning. So this is the Snow Bowl campground. I'm gonna rename this the Mud Bowl campground. So, anyways, I guess we've got a couple of big climbs today. We'll see how that goes. We just left the campsite. Kind of getting to where the trees are getting a little less sparse, and we're getting some nice views right away here. So this is in the Snow Bowl. I think it'll clear out a little bit more. Maybe we'll get some better views, but this is what it's like. Okay, there's that trail. You can see the trail going into that area.
I don't know. I don't see any. Oh, up there?
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Saturday, August 12th.
So.
We're out the door.
We'll get closer and then we'll know.
Having a strategy meeting right now on the trail. Beautiful morning. The sun is out and looks like the rain is complete, I hope.
People always ask me, where do we start the uphill? This stream is it. The last water, I think, that we're going to see until Curator if we get there. So this is the uphill. You just follow that path all the way up to that little valley looking thing over there.
Here we are, almost all the way up. Big shovel. Thought for a smoke break. The sun is shining. Nice view. Almost got her beat, and then we can cruise for a bit, and I think we got a bigger one after that. But she's all good. As we're heading right up there.
So that's where we came from, the snow bowl, and you can see in the distance there the Little Shovel Pass. We are almost at the top of Big Shovel Pass. The sun keeps gracing us with its presence here a little bit, so that's kind of nice and warming. The trail heads off this way, and you can see it just goes over that edge as the final push.
It's Douglas Park Hill.
Douglas Park Hill, nothing more than that.
Wild last night.
A little bit of a pit stop. We're on the way to that hill right there. Is that Curator? What's that? The Notch. There's a lake there. We're going to go straight up, and then we're going to turn to the right before we get to the top, but we might do a little extracurricular activity when we get there. We'll decide, and it's all good. Good back here. She's a little cool, but cool is good. I don't mind it at all. We ran into some runners, but no campers yet.
So that's Curator Campground down there, just below us. And then beyond that would be, of course, the lodge. You can see, if you look really closely, a couple of backpackers just heading off. They were standing there for a while, kind of, I think they were just asking themselves, what, oh Lord, what have they gotten themselves into? And of course, that's the Notch. We'll be heading down there very shortly, and then way up, and we'll call Rusty.
Here we are. We're just gonna head up the Notch. Curator Campground's just down below there, as well as the cabin. There's the Notch right there. There's the Sherpa and Mrs. Sherpa, or Miss Sherpa. And there's the mighty trail. And we'll take her one step at a time, and she'll be done in no time. And here is signage.
We are officially at the Curator Junction. So 2 clicks to the Notch, which is up that way. I always find this is a very beautiful walk through these nice boulders, and then a little surprise at the end with the steepness.
There we are, 9 minutes into Curator. It's a little bit of a climb, but I don't think we've even hit the climb yet. Beautiful lake, nice water, bit of a plateau here now, and then I think it's gonna get intense. Just stopped for a little break on the way up the Notch. There's Curator Lake down below. There's some people way down there. It's a good climb. It's certainly doable, but it's a beautiful climb. Mountains out in the background. Everywhere you look, it's gorgeous. Amy kept on going. I'm just gonna hang around here, wait for Mike. Amy might be closer to the top already, but that's what we got left, so it's almost done. Well, there we are. Made it at the top. Curator, take that, you bitch. It was a hard trail. It may have been a little more difficult, obviously, with the 35-pound backpack on, but definitely doable, most enjoyable. A couple spots where it was fairly intense, but all in all, a nice little climb. There's Curator Lake. We started way down at the bottom there, and now we're as high as we're going to be on this hike. We're at 2,500 meters. A little windy up here, cool, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Tough climb, but not so bad. Obviously harder with a 35-pound pack on your back. And here comes Mike up the trail. He's got it. He got her done.
So close you can taste it. You see Jim up there saying hi, good. And just you can see where the trail leads. I'm just taking a short break while these gentlemen pass by me on your way. But look at that view. Fantastic.
Just left the top of the notch, heading down somewhere a little more sheltered to get a little more comfortable spot for lunch. Lots of scree, we're kind of exposed out here in the middle, but clear sailing. Stop for a little lunch with a hillside view. Gorgeous. Oh, here comes the sun again. Spectacular view. Yeah, we're just sitting on the side of the hill having lunch.
So it's around 2 o'clock, a little after 2. I think the majority of all the climbing is done and we're just going to descend into the valley. We just stopped in this little alcove, rocky alcove, because there was less wind, and just have a little bit of a break, drink some water, recoup, and then I guess follow the trail down to camp. Just passed the sign that said Takara Campground 1K. So kind of slowly making our way. Kind of a nice day, cool wind, very windy. But the sun's been out a lot in this valley, which just kind of opens everything up. There's that lake. There's going to be a stream that runs by the campground from that lake, and I guess 1K. It's 3:35, and the last few feet to the, I'm guessing, the campground here. Here's one tent, there's a few tents. So let's see what would be a good spot. So that's the camp, that's the trail we came in on. I'm gonna set up here. This looks really nice. Amy there, Jim over there, the washroom right over there. So we're set. I guess we've got the tables over that way. So I think we've got the best house seats in the house. Just hanging here at the creek. Kind of a very low flow, but still coming past us, so that's all right. There's a beautiful shot of Mount Takara. I don't know if you can see it very well with the shadowing. Tomorrow we'll be heading up that trail there, so looking forward to tonight, I guess.
4:30 Saturday afternoon. Sitting on the creek bed below Takara Mountain at Takara Campground. Beautiful spot, sun is shining, and this is the best water I've ever had that I've ever filtered. Beer, it has no taste to it at all. It's nice and cold.
At the end of a long hike like this, sometimes it's nice to just soak your feet and get everything going. "7:15 and the frantic packing up and ready to go is happening. Just get everything going, chow down the last little bit, and see if we can hit the trail a little early today. That should be fun. This is a fantastic morning. Sun is just lighting up Mount Takara really nicely and Signal Mountain really nicely. So clear sky, looks like we're gonna be a scorcher.
Sunday morning, heading out. There's our hiking compadres. It's the final blitz out of here, back to the truck, and away we go. Probably the nicest sites of the two that we stayed in. We're up last night and saw the meteorite show. It was very cool. Well, off to the trail.
The journey of 1,000 steps starts with a trip over a creek. So that's where we're going today. Start off with this fantastic view. Everybody's bundled up for the coolness, but ready to stop to yank layers off.
Sunday morning, stop for a look-see. Beautiful. Nice temperature, sunny, no wind. Beautiful start. Looking down below there, 8:45 Sunday morning. Strolling along, all of a sudden a grizzly bear popped out about 30 yards away from us and just bolted, let a little bit of a growl and bolted down the hill, down to the baby grizz. Seems to be ignoring us now though, so I think we're good, but we're gonna get the puck out of here.
Little after 9 o'clock and we're out to the fire road. It says 5.3 to Takara and my GPS tells me it's 6.1, so that's a little off, about a kilometer. And then this one here, for posterity's sake, says Signal Trailhead, which we're going, 8.5. I guess we'll see how right that is. So this is the 8.4 that we're heading down on the fire road. This is pretty much what it's like, a little rocky and pretty straight downhill. Sometimes a little steeper, sometimes just flattens a bit, but always downhill. We finished strong. It's 10 to 11 and we've now successfully completed, in another few meters here, the Skyline Trail.